If you're not already boycotting The Last of Us, what is wrong with you? This show definitely should be boycotted. And we just got another example as to why we should not be watching this show whatsoever. The co-writer claims the character of Abby will broaden our idea of what women can do in TV. And she specifically mentions that it will be done so by depicting female rage. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. So Haley Gross, interesting name there, spoke with Variety at the season 2 premiere for the show. And she was asked, what is it like to actually fully bring her into the fold now that she's been part of the lore of this for a while, obviously talking about the character of Abby. And Gross answered by praising actress Caitlin Dever, who plays the character, saying, it's really exciting. We're all sort of curious to see how people will react to Abby, but Caitlin Dever is a profoundly magnetic actress, and she brings so much to Abby. She then discussed the character in general, saying, I'm really excited. I think she's a complex depiction of, I want to say female rage, but it's also just female passion. She's this dimensional female character that I think is going to broaden our idea of what women can do in TV. So if you know anything about this game, Abby brutally tortures and then murders Joel after she is rescued by Joel and Tommy from an infected horde, and then returns with them and her Washington Liberation Front allies to an outpost controlled by the WLF that they had kind of just arrived at a day or so before. After Joel and Tommy introduce themselves, Abby shoots Joel in the knee, and then Nora, another female WLF member, pistol whips Tommy and knocks him unconscious after he is held down by 2 other members. Note that all of this female violence, female rage is done by these female characters. Done on purpose. Abby then pulls out a golf club and savagely beats Joel to death. The game then kind of cuts, puts you back in playing as Ellie. She shows up to the outpost, kind of breaks in with her gun. She's quickly disarmed. She is beaten as well. She sees Joel has been brutally tortured by Abby with the golf club. And Abby is then instructed by, I think, a character named Owen to basically kill him, finish him off. And does so in front of Ellie, and then Ellie promises revenge, etc. But Abby beats the living crap out of Joel with a golf club. So one can only imagine what kind of female rage we're going to see if they adapt this part of the storyline, or even how much they're going to add to it. It's going to be absolutely terrible. It's going to be degenerate, and it's going to it's all part of this feminist movement that women can be just as equal to men, and we can be just as violent as men are in the same ways that they are. That's why we're going to shoot someone in the knee and then savagely beat them with a golf club. I mean, it's all sick and disgusting. It's perverted and terrible. And it's just the latest, I think, in a string of examples of why we should not be watching this show. We should be boycotting this. Probably the biggest example from the last season is the fact that director Peter Hoare admitted that the purpose of the show was to push gay propaganda on viewers. He told this to Inverse in 2023, saying sometimes you have to sort of trick the rest of the world into watching these things before they're like, OMG, it was 2 guys. I just realized. I think then they might understand that it's all real. It's just the same love. It is absolutely not love. It is the sins of lust and sodomy. Pope John Paul II and the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith published considerations regarding proposals to give legal recognitions to unions between homosexual persons. In that document, Pope John Paul II wrote, there are absolutely no grounds for considering homosexual unions to be in any way similar or even remotely analogous to God's plan for marriage and family. Marriage is holy, while homosexual acts go against the natural moral law. Homosexual acts close the sexual act to the gift of life. They do not proceed from a genuine affective and sexual complementarity. Under no circumstances can they be approved, obviously quoting from the catechism there. The letter also declares the common good requires that laws recognize, promote, and protect marriage as the basis of the family, the primary unit of society. Legal recognition of homosexual unions or placing them on the same level as marriage would mean not only the approval of deviant behavior with the consequence of making it a model in present-day society, but would also obscure basic values which belong to the common inheritance of humanity. So it is Catholic teaching that this show shouldn't even be made. The people at Warner Brothers, the people at HBO, the people at Sony should never have made the game. They should never have made this show, which is clearly promoting this stuff. It is wrong, it is evil, and they are trying to push this on to you. Fortunately, you're listening here, so hopefully you have not watched this show and you will not watch this show and be subject to its propaganda, its degeneracy, which obviously is coming in all kinds of forms. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.